Good morning. It's Thursday, January 4th. We have arrived in a new year. It's 2024. Hope your New Year's Eve went okay, or even better than okay. Um, January feels a lot like December, except we've all made decisions about how this year is going to be completely different than all the previous years. So, best of luck with that. One thing that won't be different, though, from previous years is we're still going to get together here and try to solve this New York Times crossword puzzle because that's what we do on this YouTube channel. So thanks for joining me. I've been a little under the weather the last couple days, which is a bummer. I'm sure a lot of other people are getting sick this time of year too, but feeling a little better today. So I decided to do a live solve. Tomorrow I'm headed out of town for a few days to North Carolina, a week. So won't be back until Friday of next week. I'm going to try and squeeze in another live solve tomorrow, Friday, before I leave. But yeah, definitely hoping to wake up feeling super peachy tomorrow. Terrible ski season here in the mountains. I don't know if any of you are skiers or live in the West, but as we are like on pace for maybe just the worst ski season in history, which is kind of a downer. So hope that February, March, April will bring a lot of snow. Anyways, today's puzzle was constructed by Chase Dietrich and Christina Iverson. I'm pretty sure we've seen both of those names here before, so shouldn't be any too huge surprises. And but it is Thursday, so surprises are what we do best. And yeah, that's all I got. Let's solve a puzzle. Gag. Is that like a scam? Maybe. Running. So I think this is running Rebs, which would be running Rebels. Unless this is a rebus, maybe. Oh boy. So there might be like some extra letters in there somewhere. Because this is running Rebels, I'm quite sure. They are connected to the spine. I'm going to say that's like pages of a book. A tech giant based in New Taipei City. I think that's Acer Computers. Beverage brand with a lizard logo is Sobe, which used to be pretty big. I feel like they don't have quite the market share they used to. Writer Zhong is Erica Zhong. Oh boy. Carol Brady with a COLA highlighted. Carol Brady. This is a split P. I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. A childish retort is probably like "are so," The way I see it is, in my opinion, a smidgen is probably an iota. Something accords. Is it the Gaza Accords? This is wrong. This is E. coli. Simply sharp. Squelched is sat on. So what is this? Childish retort. Oh, am not. Are so. Oslo Accords. There we go. And anti-trafficking organization is the Department of EA. What's the DEA? Drug Enforcement Agency. There we go. Moose antlers. Not sure, but I know this is a Ginsu knife. Are you sure about that? That could be like really or something. Something broken after regulation, say. A tie gets broken. What is this? Moving target. Oh, this would be an armored car. Makes me think of the movie The Town, which is a great armored car robbery movie. Critique of judgment writer. I don't know any of that. They might be blended. 36-1 for Snake Eyes are odds. I don't know what's going on here with these themers, but hopefully the downs will inform me a little bit. Heartfelt request, like may I, can I, something like that. A suckling sight, you suckle at a teat. Quickly, ASAP, as soon as possible. Title of respect, it's probably Sir. Saint of Avila. Plato's P. I think that's Row. Kung Pao. Meat in some chops. So is it pork? Palindromic time. Reward for a dog is a pat. Is it pet? Pet. Skyscraper support. It's like an I-beam. Top round steak. Bird depicted on a rare penny. A bump on a log would be a toad. Maggie Smith. Is that like dame or lady? Buy time. Like pause or stall. Let's say stall. Academic acronym. And quickly. That's probably stat since we already have ASAP. But not too bad. 4.5 minutes. Pretty good first pass. No idea what's going on with the theme, but we'll find out. Predicament. Something warrior. Eco warrior. Next to last. Oh, it's not penultimate. Next to last. A theme park. Transport is a tram. So a gag. Currency exchange. Something to talk about. Like a topic. A novel format. Is that like ebook? Oh, and this is run in Utes, so it's not running Rebels at all. Currency exchange is at USD, US dollars. Let's say this is ebook. Philadelphia train system. Sushi restaurant supply. Fire ant. Peachy. What is peachy? A little hot, so I took off my sweatshirt. Big name in family singers. Whole grain wheat flour. So what is this? Moose antlers. And it's MAR. Like something Bruin. Christian. No, this is Christian Dior. Something tuck and run. Like, is it supposed to be the M? I feel like it's supposed to be like and a run R. So like muck and run. What is this one? Maybe not. Tuck and run. I don't know, man. Whole grain wheat flour. Is it like a udon? Squishy desktop item. So this is going to be a ball, I'm sure. And this will probably be lamb then. Some kind of a ball, stress ball. Otoscope user. It's probably an ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor. Drink additive. I feel like that might be ADE, aid. Place with scrubs. Well, I mean, with scrubs, I mean, it feels like an OR. Rodent in an arid environment. That's a desert rat. That's a scary sounding thing. Mark of Zorro is a slash. What is this? Acting role. Tara Reid. So this is Tara Reid. Envelope abbreviation of respect. So that's either Sri or Sra. And this must be days in. So Sri. Saint Teresa. 30 for 30 is on ESPN. Uses. Morocco's, is this Rabat? Long-time watch brand, that's Omega. Ducks from 0 to 60. Tosses in ads. Mel Brooks. Balance provider. I feel like that's an ATM, right? Uma Thurman. Bit of fishing gear is a net. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. I was saying something in run, but it's in ruin. Muck and ruin? Because this is... I don't know. A gag is a... It could be a gag or two gag, I guess. Carol Brady. Coli. Like soda pop. Predicament. Because it's like COLA. So like soda pop. I mean, let's see here. I'm going to say this is something and pop. Mom and pop? Mom and pop? Predicament. Next last, so this must be semi-something. A gag is a jest and a predicament is a jam. Okay. Tuck and run? What does a sushi restaurant supply? That's nori. Is like seaweed. So rock and ruin? Rack and ruin? Are you sure about that? Like, does it? I guess DEA might be wrong here. Something it. Are you sure about that? It should be like A-OK maybe? Like, or is it? Maybe. Anti-trafficking organization is critique of judge. Oh, this must be Immanuel Kant. Next semi-final. The anti-trafficking ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, I guess. They might be blended. Is that like teas? Blended. Acting role. Part and parcel. But I really don't get, I mean, oh, okay. So the role is the part and the acre is the parcel. So Carol Brady is the mom and cola is the pop. Moose antlers are the rack and Mar is the ruin. This must be A, and this must be spa. Atta. So that's like I think that's like used in Indian cuisine. Big name. Trapped Family Lodge. Heartfelt request is a plea. So Sacramento Kings are pros and cons. I like it. I like that. Palindromic time is noon. So top round steak is cut and run. That's a cut of meat. Bird is an eagle. Bump on a log. Is it like a newt? Academic acronym. Deducts from docs, like your pay. Go from 0 to 60 is to count. And on point is on toe. Ooh. This is, oops, there we go. All right, we did it. Thursday in 14 minutes, 26-day streak, not bad. It took me a while to get this theme, but I like it. Just it's a little confusing the way it's written, I suppose. But that's pretty good. Like Carol Brady is a mom, and then we've got COLA pop. Rack and ruin. Although this one I'm not as familiar with this expression, I guess. Rack and ruin. I mean, part and parcel, pros and cons, cut and run. These are all pretty common. So, but I thought that was a pretty good Thursday theme. And like, you wouldn't necessarily have to crack it in order to solve this puzzle. So that's pretty good. It feels like there's a lot of black squares here. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of dead space in this puzzle, but not the end of the world. Yeah, overall pretty good, pretty fast, pretty smooth, and no major complaints. But let's have a look in a little more depth and see if there's more I can complain about. Gag is a jest. I'm a big, one across setting the tone guy, and a jest, a gag is a good tone setter. Let's keep it light here. I'm sure there's a team called the Runnin' Rebels, and I hope I'm not wrong about that. They're connected to the spine pages. I like that because there's the misdirection of, is it your ribs or like, I don't know, are your ribs connected to your spine? I don't even know. That's someone out there is like, wow, you're a moron. But yeah, anatomy, not so much my thing, more crosswords. But I like that. Good misdirection. Acer, Sobe. I feel like I used to drink a lot of Sobe. There was Snapple. That was like the OG juice drink. And then Sobe, I feel like, was right on their heels. And haven't had one in many moons. Erica Jong, don't know what she wrote, but I know we see her name a lot. Mom and Pop, am not, are so. The way I see it, in my opinion, smidgen is an iota. The Oslo Accords, not sure what we accomplished there. Alcohol, tobacco, firearms, rack and ruin, or is it? So definitely a little bit more stuff like am not, or is it? And then we've got, the other things, ebook, I-beam. So there are some weaker bits of fill in this puzzle, but nothing too egregious. Something broken after a regulation is a tie. Immanuel Kant. Of course, we've all read Critique of Judgment. That's a real banger. New York Times bestseller every month. Blended teas. I'm sure there are blended teas. But when I think of blended drinks, like I think of either like a blended Scotch whiskey, or maybe like a daiquiri that has been put into a blender. Teas don't really come to mind so much. 3061 for Snake Eyes, Part and Parcel, Plea, Teat, ASAP, Sri. So I guess this is Mother Teresa, right? Which they might have given you another little hint there. Pros and cons, roe, lamb chops. Never been a big lamb guy. I've had lamb that's excellent, but not one of my favorite meats. Palindromic time is noon. Pat for a dog. I-beam, cut and run. eagle, bird depicted on a rare penny. I don't think I've ever seen an eagle penny. That's pretty cool. I live in Eagle County, Colorado, so I'm partial to eagles. They're also just so freaking badass. And it's if the eagle hadn't ended up being our national bird, it would have been the turkey, which I believe Ben Franklin was rooting for. And man, are eagles cooler than turkeys? Bump on a log is a knot. That's just much more literal than I thought. Maggie Smith, Dame Maggie Smith, don't know who she is. By time is to stall, stem, stat. I kind of like the alliteration there. Stall, stem, stat. Jam Eco semi-final. Tram, US dollars. There's just not that much Phil to get super excited about here. SEPTA, and I've been to Philadelphia, but it's been a long time. I'm not sure I ever have ridden the train, and I've never heard that acronym SEPTA. Southeast Philadelphia Transit Authority, maybe. When I hear the word SEPTA, I think of Game of Thrones, and like the SEPTA was like, I don't know, the house mother or something. I don't know if it's spelled the same. Split pea, I'm not sure if I've ever had a split pea soup. Sounds tedious. Armored car, I mentioned the movie The Town, just really, really killer heist movie. So watch it. Ginsu knife, E. coli, sat on, nori. Nori, I love sushi, and nori is hands down my least favorite part. It's just an overpowering, overwhelming taste of the ocean. And so I'm not a fan of those hand rolls, like the ones where it's all wrapped up in a cone. Too much nori. It is quite good for you, though. Fire ant, A-OK. Trap Family Lodge. Trap Family Singers. And the Trap Family Lodge, which I mentioned, that's in Vermont or something. And that's where, I want to say there was like a movie made about them or something, or I don't know. Atta, Christian Dior, Stress Ball. Sometimes I feel like a stress ball. Ear, nose, and throat doctor, lemonade, limeade, spa, desert rat. Again, a really intimidating thing to be named, a desert rat. Sounds like something to be avoided at all costs. Mark of Zorro is a slash. Actress Tara Reid. Tara Reid, I was thinking about her the other day. I watched American Pie, where she was, like the hottest girl in the school, and the story sort of revolved around her being like cool and hot. And then she was in Big Lebowski, where she played like Bunny Lebowski, and again, like really hot. And I just wonder what happened to Tara Reid. Like, she was kind of on track to be a gigantic star, dated Carson Daly for a while, and I haven't heard her name in ages. Or did something happen to her? I don't know. But man, in the 90s, she was huge. Envelope abbreviation, attention. Just because we already have ATTA, I don't really like this ATTN so close behind, but what are you going to do? Kung Pao Chicken, Days In, ESPN, Plies, Plies. I was thinking this was like a plie, like in ballet. Rabat. Ooh, still got a little cough, pardon me. Longtime watch brand for James Bond, Omega. I feel like he says Omega, which is interesting. Doc, Count, Onto. I'm never a fan of these two-word things. Onto, am not, or is it. That's three words, but toss-in ads, Mel Brooks, ATM, Uma Thurman, and Fishing Net. Not bad. We got what we came for. We got a Thursday themer, a little bit tricky, a little bit confusing, but ultimately a smooth and satisfying solve. So Not too bad. As I mentioned, tomorrow I'm flying out, but I'm hoping I'll have enough time in the morning to do a Friday live solve. That's my plan. I don't have to leave the house till 10 a.m., so should be okay. And so hopefully see you tomorrow morning. And then it'll be about a week between solves. I'll be back here Friday night, so hopefully do a Saturday solve, maybe even a Sunday. Let's see if I can get motivated. But as always, appreciate you guys joining me here for this live solve of the New York Times crossword. And hope you got some fun stuff teed up this weekend. I hope you're not sick. And I hope you'll join me again next time. Thanks. Bye.